everybody. This is Lapis Lauri. We're here on the Once Lost server, and you know, I was hunting for biomes. Well, I found one. Look at the glory of the ice-packed spires, pokey things, icebergs, whatever you want to call them. They're just awesome. I love them. I totally love them. We are going to incorporate this into a build that I'm currently working on with Erijah. We're going to make kind of a city is what our plan is. And so I have spent all day yesterday working on making this giant circle. I'm going to see if my hopping skills stick with me, see if I can fall off the edge. It's been known to happen, and sometimes more than once. I did the whole thing, and of course you're like, oh, I hope and pray. I hope and pray the thing lines up. Well, it didn't really. Right about here, I was like, oh, look, we're like 4 blocks off. How did that happen? So we're going to kind of fix it a little bit, just kind of work our way around here and take a little off the edge. Maybe one there. How's that? That's not too bad. Still looks all right. Yeah, that's gradual enough. But I filled it in a little bit here to round it out. That's the whole thing. And so the whole point of this, I was inspired by these big ice spires back here, so that they kind of look like skyscrapers, like a futuristic skyscraper. Well, that's what my plan for this build is going to be. It's going to be like a giant skyscraper kind of city. You know, kind of futuristic, kind of modern. I have some source documents. I never build without a real like source. Like, okay, I find something I like and kind of build it. You know, there's always a picture of something that's kind of cool. You're like, oh yeah, I love it. That's great. Or, yeah, that's not the house I'm after. But this particular one is a city. I think there is a city in Dubai, some buildings there, that is, it's like a smaller elevated circle, which is going to be incorporated into this. I feel it's going to be like off to one side, maybe that quadrant of it, because some of these new biomes are cool. I don't want to eradicate them. Like when you go in to do a massive build, you just flatten everything. I don't want to do that. I want to keep everything kind of underneath us, like in a giant garden, I think would be cool. And then, of course, oh, look, I don't have any food. Amazing. Here, we're going to take this little ender pearl here and go over here and get some food. Let's go there. Whee! Crunch. Okay. Yeah, look at the swamps. I love the new swamp terrain with how they filled it in with some dirt. So it's not just like murky water, and then more lily pads, which I love. If anybody knows how to propagate lily pads, leave me a comment. I would love to learn because I want a bunch of them. They're cool. You can fill in water with them. You can put them in between your, yeah, these things. Let's see. Those little things right there. Sugar canes. They've changed the sugar cane texture. I don't like the green as much. I really like the silvery white color better. But that's just me. Sucker Punch wants to know what I'm up to. Well, I'm working on a build kind of far out in the boondocks. We haven't brought a whole lot of people out here yet, just because we don't want them stealing our ice. It's my understanding the packed ice biome is pretty rare. We've spent like this last week kind of, yeah, making a survival farm. We've got cows, and we've got a little garden in here. Well, we've got some food growing, which is where I'm going now because I need some food. So we got some of the... He wants to know what I'm building. Some stuff. It's top secret stuff. You know, stuff. Carrots, carrots, carrots. Wheat. And we'll put some of the seeds back in there for later. Oh, stuff that sounds interesting. It is interesting. You wouldn't believe how interesting it is. Super duper interesting. And I think most of the food products were in here. Where are they? Where did they go? I need to cook them, I guess. Here's some coal. Ah, baked potatoes. Thank goodness. I won't die. Alright, so let's do that. That was like a 4 potato meal. Carved up. Ready to go. Full of energy. So I took a boat out here and rode all the way out here in that and traversed, and then I gave the coordinates to Erijah, who was kind enough to dig through the nether and build us a little thing here. This packed ice is slippery. Whee! It's like a little skating rink. Just keep sliding. Dun, 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 dun. So you can kind of see where I started the bottom ring, and then once I got to the mountain, I realized I had to go higher because I wanted all to be one level, and I didn't want to have to alter the base level. So this is the whole plan for this little circle we got going on here. Let me talk about that. Can I get there from here? Probably not. This is good defense too, by the way. It's all right. It's all right. Come up here. The whole plan for this circle was it's going to be kind of like a perimeter defense, and it's going to be one level, and it's going to be fairly wide ring, and then we're going to have buildings that go from the ground up, which is kind of cool. It's going to be sci-fi-ish, which I kind of like. You know, I'm not going to say the word sliptopian, but it's pretty close. Slipgator will think that's funny. But, you know, a lot of people do circles and do some things with it. Well, I'd like to do that, but mine's going to be just what I want it to be. I want to keep these gardens intact underneath. I think this is beautiful down here. I'm going to cultivate that and make like an Asian garden theme inspired thing. Like an inspiration, maybe, is what I'm after. See if I can hop down here and not die. And so, you know, there will be different farms and things underneath, meditation spots, some beautiful things. I want to do this underneath side. How I want to do that. Here, I'll just kind of show you an example. And maybe I'll build one today. How about that? Let's just start right here. Let's see if I got enough to do one. I probably don't have enough blocks. I have some. We might get some of them done. But this is really going to be clear up here. Oh, look, I'm totally off. Eek. So I need to go down too. All right, I'll fix that and come right back. These may not be nearly big enough, and that one's totally the wrong size, but I can start it here. I'm going to do these like Roman arches. See how that's kind of arching out? Can I... Yeah. Where down can I go? Just go there. But I got to follow the layout of this whole wall here, so check it. Those don't go. See, this is going to be hard because you got to like plan your circle while you're doing it and not mess it up. Let's work from the top here. That'll be good. That'll be good. Keep me from freaking out. Freaking out, man. Can I reach it? No. Okay, anywhoozle. Let's pick these up because they're just too precious for words. We're going to have like these big arches. I'm going to say they're going to be pretty good size. So that's kind of why I wanted this bottom ring here. This one doesn't quite line up, so we're going to tear it out and try to figure out where we went wrong. You know, with anything, if you're off by one block, the whole circle gets whacked out, so can't be having that. Hey, the block lag has just been horrendous. We switched to a new host, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I like the new host. The new host has not been happy. Not been happy at all. Oh, you know what? I just did it again. I want a torch. Shine on, sacred cow. Okay, well, let's just go over here and pick up our lovely supplies. Run, because that spider's after me. Hey, stinking thing, I'm not going to be able to run away from you. I died out here twice because of the block lag, and it pisses me off. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go right over here and hide out. Erijah's been here busy gathering supplies. He fixed a lot of my tools, which is just a blessing. Thank you, thank you. He did all kinds of good stuff here for us, and I appreciate it. So maybe we'll start on this side where it's a lot easier. I see I'm going to have to figure out, I haven't done the math on this. I'm really bad about planning. Like I said, I do a lot of stuff just kind of off the cuff. which I'm going to have to stop because I'm working with a team and they need a plan. Okay, let's do that. That way the critters don't come up here. So my thought is to make arches. I get it? I watch where I'm going so I don't fall down. And I want fairly large arches because I don't want to have to get in too much of it. So let's go from there to where I have it. That's not too bad. It's a pretty good sized arch. Didn't get that one. Hey, how about that? Alright, so let's just bring this down here. 1, 2. That'll give us some solidity to our thing. Because I want it to look like it's, you know, built, not just suspended in space. So how does that look, you think? Does that look like an arch, or does that just look retarded? That just looks like a cave. I don't like it. Alright, let's see if it's daylight. It is. Oh, there's Erijah. Hey. What's up, Erijah? What's up? He says he's got a surprise for me. He's so quiet. Let's take a look. I can't type. I'll look at it. No, I came over here and slid on the ice. That was it. He said he was busy. He was up all night. What up? Oh. Wow. Cool, man. All the way to spawn? Does it go? Wow, 20 stacks. That's a lot of rail. Wow, I want to try it. Only one cart. Am I invisible? I wonder if he's got more iron. I'll go back to spawn and get more. Ready? I'm going to try it. I'm so excited. I've been running this thing. Check this out. This is the thing from Heck. And give it a push, 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 push. Yay! Here we go. Is Erijah coming? It's kind of glitchy. I haven't been on a long rail ride in forever. Now all we have to do is decorate. Oh, wait, we turned the corner already. Oh, wow. This is like great because this took forever to run. Yay! That took forever. Whee! Oh! Hey! You skip. Alright, so we're working on these arches. We've got to figure out how we want them to look and how they're going to behave, because the first one sets the tone for them all. And they've got to be in regular intervals. They don't have to be exact, but you don't want one to end up over here that's like, 4 blocks and the rest are 20. So, I just have to kind of look at that as a whole and see how I want that to be. Inner radius has got to be consistent all the way around. This was a neat little pattern. I don't know, it just kind of jumped at me. It was a hashtag, actually, for Pothole Patrol. You know, that doesn't really bother me, but it's not all I wanted it to be. I want there to be like waterfalls. Oh, hey, how's it going? There's like a big puddle here. Put that there. I think Erijah was fishing, actually. I don't know. I'm kind of at a stump for this. I've got these big ideas, and then, you know, I've got source materials of how I want them to be, but they're all straight for these type of things, and they're just not what I'm after. So we're gonna close that off. And that too. I might just have to figure out some alternate method. If I try to force stuff in Minecraft, it never looks right. It just looks like it's haphazard. So what we'll do is we'll just work on it, see what we want it to be. Although that's not bad. All right, let's go see. I've been working on these arches. You know, just playing with some different things. I wanted to see how wide the walkway was going to be up above, because it is going to be a walkway. But I want these arches, these like Romanesque arches, to be a part of it, and it's just hard to make them work on a curve, because when you look at it from this angle, it just looks terrible. But it's kind of got to be that way. There's no other way for it to be. I guess I'm just going to have to try a few here and complete the top of it and see how it looks in mass. Like this one over here, I've already got the top on. I might as well just try to incorporate it in. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Let's try that. And so, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. It's just gonna have to kind of live that way, I guess. Let's see. I mean, it kind of follows the idea of it. It's not perfect, but it works. And then I'm wondering, okay, have I spaced them out correctly? See, like this one's got how many blocks? 1, 2, 3. That one's got 4 or more. How many? We'll just make the wide ones that way, I guess, because that's the only flat ones. There's 4 of them, and then these can be smaller. You'll be right. This one's gonna have 1, 2, 3. One seems to have only 2, so maybe I need to back it up a little bit, and I will.